We are at the Tucker Box, very famous place. Everyone pulls up here. Really nice place, the Tucker Box. Okay, back to the FJR. We're doing alright. I think we've got 575 k's up so far for the day. I've got another 365 to go before we get there. She should go about 900 for the day. She's running really well. Everything's secure on there. I've got all my gear on there for Queensland, and got shooting and swimming and all the other good stuff you do in Queensland. The gel seat is working a dream. It's working really well. Look, I haven't worked out which is better yet, either the gel shorts or the gel seat. But everything's going really good with the backside with the gel seat. I've got my pantry on the back with my Nelson bag. Got all my food in there, all my drinks and everything. Knickknacks and bits and pieces and chargers for the camera and everything else on my motor dry tank bag. Everything's charging really well, touch wood. So far so good. Bike's running really well. I don't know if you can see the tyres. They've got, how many Ks these things have got up on them now. Close to 14,000 I think on the rear and the front. Have a quick look at the front. I don't know if you can see that, but the front's got 14,000. Front's got easy another 14, another 10,000 Ks to go. But anyway, everything's going good. Got my Nixon heated gloves on. The weather is warming up a little bit. The old Nixons now have run out of power. But my Venturi heated jacket's perfect. Let's get this plugged back in again. She's on. Neutral. Fired. It's showing we've done 168,639 Ks so far with the bike. It's showing 18 degrees. Well, as soon as we get back out there on that freeway, she's going to drop down to 14. But it's a hell of a lot better than being pouring down rain, which has happened to me before here, because I've been here many times. Ready to go. In 250 metres, turn left on Hume Highway. That's what the GPS said. Yeah, great guys. Really good to be back on the bike, out and about. Yeah, fantastic actually. I was umming and ahhing about it, you know, and clear. I was umming and ahhing about going all the way to Queensland. I didn't really, I kind of wanted to and I didn't. I was planning to go to Bathurst just for 2 or 3 nights. But the wife told me, she goes, well, you're not going to have it out of your system if you only go for 2 or 3 nights. So I suggest you go to Queensland. I go, I'm spending that kind of money. She had a look for me and we got the room. The whole trip accommodation is going to cost $1,060, and that's for 7 nights on the road and 8 days riding. So $1,060 for the room, which I got really cheap in the middle of Broadbeach because we travel a lot, so we get a lot of discounts. So I figured $1,060 for 7 nights accommodation, plus whatever it is going to cost on the road, which would be another about $100. Not too bad. Probably come in at about $1,700 for the 8 days on the road, and I most likely will go to Bathurst. Oh, look, I don't know. if it's really good weather, I'm going to ask the resort there if I can stay another night. Stay in Queensland for the Sunday. If not, I'm going to do it a little bit more different on the way back. I'm going to head from Gold Coast to Newcastle to Bathurst through the Blue Mountains. But I've got the gear to do it. You know, I'm not worried about the cold or anything. Go to Bathurst, get there really early. From Newcastle I should be able to get there, looking about 4.5, 5 hours. And do Mount Panorama and go to the museum and do all that kind of stuff. I just had a thought. The museum's not open Tuesday. So what will happen to me? I'm going to leave Queensland on Sunday. Monday Newcastle, Bathurst, Tuesday nothing's open. The museums aren't open on Tuesday in Bathurst. I just realised that now. Yeah. Oh well. I might leave Bathurst for another day and see if this guy's got another. If he can keep me for another night. If he can't keep me for another night, go home early, I guess. I can't go home early. That's impossible. Dunno. I'll find somewhere to go. I might even go to Wollongong. See if I can smash it from the Gold Coast all the way to... Well, it's a fair way, but I could do it. Yeah, we're going to worry about that over a few beers sitting on the beach, I reckon. That's the best bet to worry about that one. Well, FJ's going good, man. It's averaging 4.9 kilometres per... 4.9 litres per 100 kilometres. Which is really good fuel economy, just like always. I feel that she's idling a little bit too. I've adjusted the idle, but you know, you sit on 110 and it's just under $4,000. I remember the bike used to, when I did the Nullarbor, it was on about 3,600 at that speed. Don't know. She's running really well. I can't touch wood. Anyway, because there's a few good FJRs out there for sale, and they're not that expensive. I've been doing some of my own research, and they're not that expensive. Just put the jacket on low. There's one going in South Australia. There's an FJR 2007 model with 25,000 Ks only on it. But for an FJR, that means it hasn't left the showroom. It's an 07, 25,000 Ks, and bike shop just wants 7,500 for it. Very interesting. You know, which is very affordable. But, you know, I want to push my bike. I want to push this baby to 300, which is another 150 odd thousand to go. 140 odd thousand. Don't know, I haven't made a decision what I'm going to do with it yet. Let's get Queensland over and done with, and we'll strip it back down again. Pull the forks off, do the headstand bearings, check it all out. Give it a real good refurbishment, new brakes, blah 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 blah. You know, for the age of the bike, it doesn't cost anything in parts. For me to do a full refurbishment from front to rear, it's only about $250. Take me a couple of weeks, just leave it in the garage in bits. Don't know yet, wait and see what happens. Let's just enjoy the ride. It's not that windy. Yeah, she's not that windy. Anyway, let's just have a look. Since I've gassed the bike, and she's really full, I've gassed a double. It says here we've got 303 kilometres to go. which means I can make it on a tank. Oh, do we just punch it through, or do we... We'll leave the bladder up to making the decision. If the bladder wants to go and unload itself, then we'll get fuel. If the bladder doesn't want to, then we're going to ride it through to Sydney. I reckon that's the best bet. We've got to stay on here for 297 and we veer off at 302. 302 kilometres. Yeah, it's about right. Possum construction. Do they construct things for possums, do they? Oh, here we go, the old Speedy coming up. Oh, that was a point to point. That was a point to point, but I had 15-20 minutes off in at the tucker box, so I don't have to worry about that one. Gee, Hume Highway, really nice to travel on. Not in Victoria, in New South Wales. Beautiful concrete road, really well built. No potholes, and another thing, no roadkill. Oh, there was in Victoria. There was 3 roos or wallabies. I might have seen one up here in just past Albury. Well, that's about it. Highway patrol targeting speeders. I'll tell you, I'd be sitting on 150, 160 if I could, but that's irresponsible. Thank the Northern Territory, mate. I guess. Wish it was. Wish it was the Northern Territory. Be a nice one lane. See for miles. 130 speed limit. Push it to 150. Anyway, another dream. Alright guys, I'm going to let you go. I've been boring again. Not much to talk about. You know, I've been watching other YouTubers, you know, they talk to the camera, they've got the GoPro in the front, talk about stuff and pass the time. Oh, there's another fellow biker. Harley. Some Harley guys wave back, some don't. Don't know why. Anyway guys, I'm going to let you go. Going to put the tunes on and listen to some music. Pass the time in this beautiful weather and just enjoy the ride. That's the best thing to do. Alright guys, I'm going to let you go. Be good, take it easy, have fun wherever you are. And yeah, count our blessings, we're on the bike. Cheers.